Hello everyone, welcome to this exciting Python tutorial where we will build a rocket launch countdown simulator. We are using functions, loops, and conditionals to create a fun simulation where a rocket goes through a launch sequence without any user inputs. We will check the full, perform countdown, and attempt a liftoff, with random conditions adding some suspense. It's a great way to see these concepts in action. Let's start. Let's start with the first stage, checking the full levels. We import the random model to add some unpredictability. We haven't seen it yet in details, but we will use it in this project. So let's import random and define our function called check underscore full. Let's define check full and define fuel level equals say 80. What we can do to enhance this, we will add some unpredictability. So we will use random library. So random dot rand integer. We will generate a random integer each time and between 1 and 100. So the next line, I will check if fuel level is sufficient. So if fuel level is greater than or equal to 70, let's say it should be 70 at least, print ready for launch and return true. It's a boolean returning function. It will return boolean values. Else print fuel check. Let's print it formatted so we can print the fuel level here. Indicate fuel level and percentage simple. Not enough fuel. We will return false. Inside this function, we generate a random fuel level between 1 and 100 using random.randint. We use a conditional to check if the fuel level is at least 70%. With this, we print a success message and return true, indicating the rocket is ready to proceed. If not, we print a failure message and return false, meaning the launch will be aborted. Let's move on to the countdown phase of the launch. Now we will perform countdown. So we will define another function named perform underscore countdown start. We need to simulate the countdown before the rocket launches. We define a function called perform underscore countdown that takes a start parameter, which is the number we will count down from, like 10 or like 5. So let's fill it. Current count equals start while current count greater than 0, print countdown t count. We use t prefix to make it feel like a real launch sequence and seconds. And current count equals current count minus 1. After the while loop, let's print countdown complete. So we set current count to the starting value and use a while loop to count down to 0. This function uses a loop to handle the countdown and only works with a single variable, current count. No data structures involved. It adds a nice suspenseful touch to our simulation. Let's see how we handle the actual launch next. So let's define simulate launch. Let's say launch success equals, we will decide randomly, completely randomly and unpredictable using random dot choice from a list of boolean what it will be, true or false. Like in real life, there are sometimes accidents, so we will just simulate it. If launch success as print liftoff, launch successful, else print, let's say launch failed due to engine malfunction, and return false. And don't forget to return true here. So let's turn true right here. Okay, now we are ready for the big moment, the launch itself. Here's the main function that brings our simulation to life, rocket launch simulation. Let's call it define rocket launch simulation. Let's say stage equals 1 and launch ready true. So always ready to it. Countdown, countdown, start equals 10. And print initiating rocket launch. After that, let's add some comments here. Say stage 1 fuel check. Print new line. Stage 1 checking fuel levels. Now let's call check fuel function here as we defined. Let's call it from here fuel check pass, since it returns boolean check fuel and assign it to this variable here. If not, fuel check passed, launch ready equals false. So let's write for stage 2. So what is it? It is countdown stage. Countdown. Only if fuel check is passed. Let's do it too. If launch ready, as you can see, the latest variable we assigned launch ready, stage equals to print stage 2 starting countdown. And let's perform countdown as you remember the function we defined before here, this function. So let's perform countdown using the countdown start. Perform countdown using the countdown start. Countdown start. That's why we defined this variable here. So it will start from this countdown. Else print keeping countdown due to full check failure. So it's all done here. Let's skip to stage 3. So in stage 3, we will launch only if countdown is completed. Only if countdown is completed. We will say the last variable we assigned is launch ready, so we will check if launch ready stage equals 3. Print new line. Stage 3 launching rocket. Launch successful equals simulate launch. So what was the aim for this function? It will simulate according to a random choice. So it brings an unpredictability to the game. Now after that, we will check if launch is successful. And we will say if not, launch successful launch ready equals false. And we will print our final message. So let's say final if launch ready and stage equals 3, print mission status success. Rocket is in orbit. Else, let's print a formatted string because mission status failed due to stage. So it means it could not pass this stage, so we will print where it occurred. And after that, we have to call our rocket launch simulation function we defined recently. So let's call it rocket launch simulation. Let's run and see what happens. It says pool check, not enough pool. So as you can see, it added some unpredictability. Let's run it again. And again fail, again fail. Now, finally, as you can see, let's do that too. As you can see, it's all successful at last. Again, as you can see, the results are changing. We have used functions to organize the launch sequence, loops for the countdown, and conditionals to handle random conditions, all without user inputs and with just a few variables. Try experimenting by changing the countdown duration or adding more launch checks for extra fun. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like and subscribe for more Python projects. Let me know in the comments what you would like to learn next. Thanks for watching and happy coding!